So I did do some videos on the dark night of my soul, but I suppose maybe perhaps I need to maybe address it more in this sense. What is shadow work? Okay, so shadow work is when you face your dark side, your shadows, okay? It is your anger, jealousy, negative self-beliefs, negative self-talk, anything to do with your ego, the devil within, addictions, anything to do with anything like that, that is not good. So why is it important to do shadow work? Well, it's if you're wanting to change your world in any which way, you're needing to face these fears, this anger, these jealousies, these negative sides, because we manifest what we are. We do not manifest what we are wanting. People get very confused by that. So you wanting a better job, a better love life, just a better life in general, you need to be in the vibration of that. So to do shadow work, you generally need to go back to childhood. Now, the difference between going back to childhood, blaming people and taking responsibility is shadow work, okay? Blaming people your whole entire life because of something that you went through in childhood is not facing the shadows, because you can't control other people, but you can control yourself. So let's not go down the road of I am this way because of my parents, rather go down the road of I am this way, yes, something my parents have done have put me into the situation I am now. However, I'm going to change it by healing these things. So you might have to go back and have a look at perhaps your religious upbringing. Um, Anything that was a very strict or dogmatic way of parenting. Now, again, your parents probably did that because of what they were told to do or how they were taught life needed to be. The difference is that you, if you're watching this, are hopefully an adult yourself, and so therefore do not have to repeat your parents' mistakes or your parents' belief system. We often sometimes even completely repeat our parents. So, for example, you may date or become very jealous, for example. So, you may date the same kind of people that what your parents are. So, if you were brought up in any kind of narcissistic household or a parent who had very narcissistic traits, you will often either A, become narcissistic just like that parent, or B, date someone that is narcissistic because it's what you. So your shadow work will be to work on the opposite of those traits, to try and figure out who you are and why you have been affected by that parent or that parent's behavior. Anything where I had to be, so I had to be really intelligent, I had to be liked, I had to be a certain, because of religion or culture, I had to be in a certain way. And this is all shadow stuff because it prevents you from actually being who you are. Now, again, you will repeat patterns if you don't fix this. So you will continuously date the same kind of people who are cheaters, people who are liars, people who are narcissists, okay? Because you haven't figured out why you continuously going down that side. You will never do well in your career because you believe that this is how we just have to be. We just have to take a job. We have to work a 9 to 5. You just have to accept. Don't go and be a dreamer. That is stupid. My favorite saying, jack of all trades. Don't be a jack of all trades and a master of none, but rather be that than a master of one. So you see, people don't even know the full saying of that. So you might have many gifts and many talents that you need to explore, but because of fears, you don't do that. So what happens is you get stuck. You get stuck in the same 9 to 5 job, earning the same salary and not exploring what could be out. Even people who win the lottery, the chances of them being back to the same situation 2 years' time is huge because they have not fixed the mindset, the money mindset, the financial mindset, the abundant mindset. They're still in the lacking mindset. So they've been given an easy way out, but they don't understand what to do with it. And so they spend it on things that will fix the ego will fix all their shadows, and then they end up poor in 2 years' time. Or you finally get your dream job and you think, wow, I finally got what I want, and the company closed down, or you lose that job because, again, you have not fixed, and you can't control all circumstances, but ideally you should be so positive that you can jump from that job into another company because you know what you have to offer. So all of this is shadow work. And the reason why you're doing all of this is because your soul wants to become better. Your soul wants to be happy. And in order for you to be truly happy, you need to let go of any fears and any restrictions within your life. This is why we have to go through that if you want to gain enlightenment, because gaining enlightenment is the real ultimate spiritual experience. It's about living a life that is internal and not external. Not to say you don't care about what's happening in the outside world, but you're not allowing the outside world to affect your life. The saying, not my monkey, not my circus, it becomes quite a literal way of living. I don't live in the violence, in the crime, in the hate, in the whatever's happening out there. I live in love and compassion, and I can only control my world and not the outside world. This is all part of gaining enlightenment. And so shadow work is huge. It's a huge way of that path. So I hope I've explained it in the best way possible. I am also a life coach, not just a tarot reader. In fact, I'm a spiritual coach. So I use tarot, Reiki, EFT tapping, all of this to help you from a whole spiritual inside and out, trying to figure out where you're stuck, where you're blocked, and how we can get you past that. So any of you are interested, you can go and email me and we can book a session. But anyway, I hope I've answered your questions.